AFC Podcast. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan. And for the words of Michael Jackson, this is it. The final episode of the Guide for 2021 NFL Edition.
Not bad.
Yes. And before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're from iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Play Radio, and Podcast.sd on Twitter.
Linktree is below.
We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Click it and download immediately.
Join the Facebook group and be part of the conversation.
Which is in the Linktree.
Yes, it is.
So absolutely. Just click and join. It's
so,
all there for you.
We're going to wrap this up with the AFC West.
Yes, with the prodigal son that everybody loves, but that's the last team we're talking about.
Yes, absolutely.
I can't wait to get on them. That's going to be fun. I can't wait for us to lose downloads.
We're going to start it with the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos finished 5-11 last season.
I forgot that happened, but then I saw the word Drew Lock. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. They were terrible. They were terrible.
It was just him. The defense wasn't all that either, but that's because the defense was injured.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Drew Lock suck. They were 28th overall on offense. Again, I said Drew Lock. 26th in passing and 13th in rushing. Defensively, they were 25th, 17th in passing, and 25th in rushing. Remember, Vic Fangio is their head coach, so that's a no-no. But I did give their offseason a B. I actually liked most of what they did.
Okay. Their veteran additions, they included Teddy Bridgewater, Mike Boone, Bobby Massey, Brett Jones, Shamar Stephen, Kyle Fuller, and Ronald Darby. The off-season losses concluded Philip Lindsay, Jawan James, DeMar Dotson, Elijah Wilkinson, Jarrell Casey, DeMarcus Walker, Jeremiah Ashatu, AJ Bowie, and Will Parks.
And franchise tag Justin Simmons, their top safety.
Yes. And you know what's crazy about that right there? This is where before Adam Schefter completely screwed everything up. This was the team that was reportedly linked to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah,
remember that? I remember Broncos everybody said, "Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is gonna come to us. Oh my God, we're gonna be good." And then you got Teddy Bridgewater, which is not bad. It's definitely an upgrade from Drew Lock.
Is it bad that I think they're trying to get him next year?
Really?
I think they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers next year, dude.
Poor Teddy.
Because Aaron Rodgers probably not going to be in that team anymore next year. So
we'll see what happens.
That's what I think. They trying to pull Peyton Manning too. That's what I think they're doing because
they're going to have a new look next year anyway. Because if you think Vic Fangio is going to survive this year, you're bugging.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
If they have a bad season, we'll get to that in a second. Yes.
Yeah.
The draft.
There's a lot of people here, so they have fun.
Yes. They drafted the 9th overall.
Oh, no, it's a typo. Damn it.
They drafted Patrick Surtain, the cornerback from Alabama.
Who's apparently a prodigal son because apparently he's kicking ass all preseason.
Javonte Williams, the running back from North Carolina. Quinn Meinerz, the guard from Wisconsin. Wisconsin Whitewater. That's a college. What? For a second I thought I made a mistake a little. I said, I messed up the front.
He double-taked. I'm dead.
Wisconsin Whitewater. Interesting.
Yeah, Wisconsin Whitewater. Yeah.
Baron Browning, the linebacker from Ohio State. Caden Stearns, the safety from Texas. Jamar Johnson, the safety from Indiana. Seth Williams, the wide receiver from
Auburn,
yes. What is this Broncos? I don't know. I'm probably pretty saying it wrong. Kerry Vincent, the
apparently Sports Dynasty everywhere today.
I don't know. Kerry Vincent, the cornerback from LSU. Jonathan Cooper, the defensive end from Ohio State, and Marquise Spencer, the defensive tackle from Mississippi State. Now, obviously, they needed help in the secondary. Bad. Patrick Surtain was obviously a great pick,
which they've been criticized for all season so far.
Yes, because they thought that Trey Lance, they wanted a quarterback there.
Yeah, people are like, Justin Fields on the board.
Yeah, which I like the pick. I think it makes sense.
I like the pick too. Which also goes more into my Aaron Rodgers theory.
Yes.
So yeah,
my fair pick. Besides that, I really love the Baron Browning pick from Ohio State, the linebacker.
They
needed
linebacker.
They needed. I think that was one of their best picks.
I thought they were going to draft Michael Parsons for that reason. God, they needed linebacker out bad.
Baron Brown is pretty good. Caden Stearns, the safety from Texas. Very underrated player. I like him. Very underrated player. I think that he fits pretty well for this defense. And Seth Williams, the wide receiver from Auburn.
Mind you, they had like 4 wide receivers.
Yes,
so yeah.
but I think he was the fact that he was still there at that draft. Like, yeah, he's go ahead and take him. He's nothing wrong with having a wide receiver depth, but he was pretty good in Auburn. So I give him
that's
that.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I gave this draft a B minus.
B minus, not bad. So, this head coach is the head coach that was defensive coordinator of a certain 2018 team that just took the league by storm defensively and called the Chicago Bears.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it has something called a Trubisky that didn't let them make Super Bowl, but that's a different story for another day. So,
are you sure it's Trubisky or was it just
Trubisky?
Cody Parkey.
Trubisky. Anyway, they're trying to get that magic back, and if you look at the makeup of the Broncos defense, their secondary is now pretty loaded. They have a lot of depth in both cornerback and safety now. Apparently, again, Surtain is apparently the second coming and is just destroying people. He might be like the new Chris Harris that they had before. And with Von Miller coming back, what shape he's in, I don't know. But Von Miller's coming back. They already got Bradley Chubb, who had a pretty good season. Now they're getting linebacker depth. They're trying to do it. Now this team might be heading towards that no-fly zone direction. Not the no-fly zone. Just the direction of the no-fly zone. They will not be as good as 2015 defense. Hell no. But they're going towards that direction. Or at least towards the 2018 direction. So that's the hope for this team. Offensively, that offensive line just to be just at least as it was good last year, and they'll be fine. We need to see if their left tackle actually wasn't fake, because I don't remember many teams getting called for holding last year. Did you? I didn't.
Not really.
So, and he did that a lot. So let's see if that happens. Garrett Bowles, right? That's their left tackle name. I think that's what it is. So yeah, him, because he was garbage for years until last year all of a sudden. So yeah, we'll see if it happens twice. Their receiving core is freaking deep. It's ridiculous. They drafted a wide receiver that apparently Trevor likes. So now they have 5 receivers. Hamler, which people forget about, their third string. Sutton's coming back. They got Jerry Jeudy, who everybody loves, and they got Tim Patrick. They got 5 receivers.
I really like the Seth Williams pick. I really do like. He was really good.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, they're pretty loaded, which is why Drew Lock sucks so much. And I'm not even talking about their tight end and Noah Fant, who's really good. So and Melvin Gordon catches the ball. I don't like him, but he catches the ball and he can run okay. So this offense is absolutely loaded. Their problem was quarterback.
Clearly.
So So now they got Teddy Bridgewater, who did not play well at all.
And yes, still want to start a job.
Yeah. So this goes more into my Aaron Rodgers theory. I really think they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers next year. I really think so. I don't know. We'll see, but I think that's what they're trying to do. So this team has the makings of being really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really good. It all depends on 2 things. If Fangio can bring back that defensive magic, and if Teddy Bridgewater is at least, like, not last year. Because, Jesus, he was garbage at Carolina. Like, he was really bad. So, that is the only 2 things that needs to happen. They also might play for him anyway. I think they love this coach. I'm pretty sure the defense really loves coach. So, they going to play for him. They play, you know how teams go. You know how many times that happened for Sean Coughlin? They won 2 Super Bowls because of that. So, it's true. So, that's how it's going to be. I'm pretty sure they're going to play this straight up ball control. They're not going to force nothing. Jerry Jeudy, I'm assuming, is not going to have the drops like he had last year. So, he's going to become their number 1, basically, if that doesn't happen. And with Courtland Sutton at number 2, that ain't half bad to me. So, this team is basically loaded.
Yeah, I said the same thing last year with the guy last year. I said that Denver would be a pretty good team. But then this guy got hurt. Von Miller got hurt. And then I thought that I was high on Drew Lock when he got drafted. I was high on him. So I thought that, hey, maybe he'll be pretty decent.
Fail.
And they literally blew up in my face. He's horrible.
Mm-hmm. But
it's what it is at this point.
Yeah, so I think the X factor is Fangio.
Yes.
He's coaching for his job. That is happening.
That is happening. Yes. If they do bad, he will not survive.
Nope. So that's the key factor to me. And I think their ceiling is 10 games. I think they can win 10 games. Mm-hmm. They're playing against the NFC East, so that helps. And in their own division, they're playing Raiders twice. They're playing against the Chargers, which is I won't say a young team, but there's a lot of turnaround in that team too. So usually that takes, a couple of weeks for it to really come together. So if they play them early, which I don't remember if they do, that could be a win that Denver takes. So there's opportunity. And then they're last in the division. They're playing at the fourth place team. So they're playing against like Jacksonville. They're playing as the Jets. They're playing against bums like that. Yeah. So they can easily win 10 games if Vic Fangio is as good as what people think that he is. It's all up to him to me. Not even up to Teddy Bridgewater. It's up to Vic Fangio. He coaches what he's supposed to be like. They're winning 10 games.
Correct.
Yeah, in my opinion.
We'll see about that. I think the ceiling is like 8.
8? Okay.
8. I think 8.
So in other words, they getting no coach.
No, it all depends.
That's 8-9. So
it depends on, to me personally, if they're competitive. Like they can't finish under 500. If they finish like 8 or 9 games, 9 games. It's like
I'm about to say 8.
Yeah,
9.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that they changed the game. 9 games, pretty much, they'll be solidified. Even if they'll make the playoffs, it'll be enough for him to keep his job. But I think if they're not competitive and they were like 6-11 or whatever like that, he's done.
But I would say 9 wins. I don't think it's bringing you to the playoffs this year. This AFC's loaded.
It's not. But at least be competitive.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going with 9?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go with 10. Yeah, that's all we gotta say. I forgot they play Lions too. See, their schedule was not hard. They can do it.
It's easy.
All right. The Chargers, right?
Yes, the Chargers.
That's what I'll say.
No, the Chargers. Yes, right, cool. The Chargers. We called them San Diego because they still haven't lived up to being Los Angeles Chargers. So
I wrote Los Angeles in the guide though. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
But I'm gonna call them San Diego.
That's exactly what Alex did.
Yeah. So the Chargers went 7-9 last season, despite their quarterback just
getting stabbed in the heart, in the lung.
Yes, despite that, and the fact that pretty bad. Getting stabbed in the heart by the team doctor, which is why are you not in jail? I want to know. Like how that just reeks of incompetence to me. Like it's hard, but that's not talk about that. But they managed to
and then that you got Justin Herbert to be Superman for Los Angeles.
Justin Herbert literally playing Superman, literally running for his life because that offensive line was dreadful.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty much a lot. Excuse me, a lot is going on in the Chargers.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of turnaround. So they were 19th on offense. They're 6th in passing because Justin Herbert is that guy. And 18th in rushing. There was no Eckler for most of the year. 23rd on defense, 17th in passing, 18th in rushing. I gave their offseason a B+.
Yeah. The veteran additions included Chase Daniel, Jared Cook, Matt Feller, O'Day Abushi, Corey Lindsley, Christian Covington, and Kyler Fackrell.
Did you say McFiler?
Yes, it is.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Their offensive losses. Yes, the offensive losses included Tyrod Taylor, Hunter Henry, Sam Tevy, Try Turner, Forrest Lamp, Dan Feeney, Mike Pouncey, who retired, Isaac Rochelle, Melvin Ingram, Denzel Perriman, Casey Hayward, Rashawn Jenkins, and Jalil Adi, and also departed, who was fired, Anthony Lynn.
Also, then the head coach then for the rivals.
Oh yeah, the right. Oh yeah,
I have no idea. Is it Brandon Staley?
Yes.
There you go. There's the head coach.
Yes, it did.
That's so professional in this podcast. My bad.
Yes, Brandon Staley is the coach for the Chargers. For as far as Anthony Lynn, people will argue that he should have been fired, but you kind of have to. A lot of the games I lost. Yeah, pretty much was bad coaching.
Yeah, from what we know, the team actually loved him.
Like,
players.
Of course, they loved him. Of course, yeah. But if we far as look at his record, his playoff record, his coaching record for the Chargers, he was pretty decent.
Look at the record, like how many times he out-coached himself and then lost the game last year.
I'm saying 5
times
again. So a lot of losses they had last season.
Yeah, he sucked.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. This easily could have been a 10-11 game win team with this team, but unfortunately, he duped himself. So he pulled the Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, he pulled the old Andy Reid.
Yeah, he did. So he had to go.
That's definitely Cliff Kingsbury. That was better. Exactly.
Yeah, because at least Andy Reid is a champion, unlike somebody who couldn't win with Patrick Mahomes. But so that was dead. That's neither here nor there. I knew people will appreciate that joke.
Julio.
Yes, Ian Craig. Yes. Rashaan Slater was drafted by the San Diego the Chargers.
What a freaking steal pick, dude!
It was.
I cannot believe he fell that far.
I couldn't believe it either.
I'm like,
we knew, dude. Yeah, we thought Slater would have been drafted inside the top 10. I thought he would have been gone by.
I thought Carolina was going to take him.
Yeah, the Carolina would have took him easily. But yeah, that was a great pick. I agree. They signed Asante Samuel Jr. from Florida State. Josh Palmer, the wide receiver from Tennessee. Trey McKinney, the tight end from Georgia. Love the pick. That was incredible. That was amazing. Chris Rumpf, the defensive end from Duke. Brendan James, the offensive tackle from Nebraska. Nick Neiman, the linebacker from Iowa. That was a great pick too. Larry Roundtree, the running back from Missouri. And Mark Webb, the cornerback from Georgia. This draft was actually very good. Very good. Obviously, Rashaan Slater falling to them was incredible because he was great. I really like the Trey McKinney pick from Georgia, the tight end. Solid tight end. They usually produce really good tight ends over there anyway. I think he could be a pretty decent play over there.
I think that might be a little inflated because they had the same tight end for like 20 years. And Anthony Gates.
No, I'm talking about Georgia produces good tight end.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm thinking about Chargers. I'm sorry.
Georgia produces good tight end.
Zip. Anyway.
SEC. But yeah, that also also true as well. But yeah, overall, I got this draft a B. It was pretty decent draft. The Larry Roundtree, the running back from Missouri, I'll keep an eye on him. Like, I think that he may get a lot more touches now. So we'll see where he go from there. It makes sense though.
Yeah, because everybody overrating the crap out of Austin Eckler. I don't remember him being that good of a runner.
So overall, I think they added depth to what they needed. Actually, that's what I needed, but I think this is a B draft.
Yeah, like I'll say he's not good of a runner. He's probably the best receiving back in the league, but outside of Kamara, but what? But anyway, that's not their problem. Offense should be absolutely beautiful, assuming Justin Herbert learns how to take checkdowns and not holding the ball for 57 years and throwing the ball deep all the time, because that's what I saw. So people love him. Like, I do not like his short passing game or his mid-intermediate throws at all. Like, what are you talking about? This dude loves to play hero ball. Like, what do you mean? So stop overrating him. Thank you. Anyway, and I do think he had a chance to be great, though. If he can hit deep balls already, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. Because he has one of the best deep balls in the league. It's insane. He throws such a catchable ball down there. But that's what he has to do. But I'm going ahead of myself. That's the tracks for success. My bad. Let's go for what they did. So they said, we need to protect this kid, and we need to protect this kid ASAP. So they're doing what Cincinnati's dumbasses can't do. And they actually got some offensive linemen for their quarterback. Mind you, Justin Herbert did not break his knee. The other guy did. But, anyway, they basically got 3 offensive linemen that should be good. Filer, Lindsey, and Rashaan Slater. Wow. Wow, what a haul. So that line should be great. They already got Kenny Allen. They already got Mike Williams. They already got a couple of no-name receivers that know how to go downfield at Tampa Bay with those 2 deep touchdowns they allowed them from dudes that we didn't even know existed. Yeah. So, yeah, their offense is going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Defensively, they invested in the secondary a bit. Derwin James coming back. I don't know for how long, but he'll be coming back. Here's the issue that no one's talking about. At least no regular fans. Some of the media has already. Who in hell is in their front 7?
That's a good question.
Just Joey Bosa. That's what everybody gonna say. Joey Bosa. All right, that's one person. And
basically can't rush the quarterback consistently or
at all. That's their issue, and that's a bad issue. That's really bad.
Especially playing against the division with Patrick Mahomes. That's a serious problem.
Yes. How are we going to beat him? Shoot, the Raiders. Gosh darn it. Their offense has always been good. Can you deal with them? Or you're going to have to go through 35, 38 shootouts every time you play? You know what I mean? Like, because that's basically what I did last year. So, you need pass rush. Like I always said, pass rush is a bit overrated. Because a lot of old school people like to say that is like worth so much. Like, not really. You can always scheme pass rush. You need better secondary. That's what Patriots, that's what Baltimore and all that. That's why they always got good defenses most of the time because of that. But having scheme pass rush and having no pass rush is the different story. They don't have anything. So that's a problem. So you're not going to win games if you're not trying to get to the quarterback at least. Like something. They don't have anybody to rush the pass or stop the run. I feel like Chargers haven't been able to stop the run since 2010. I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing every year since then people just running on them over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, dude, like they can't find no defensive tackles and linebackers to plug in. Like, what the fudge? So it's like, dude, they can't do anything. So their front seven is bad. So yeah, if y'all want to be as good as y'all you're supposed to be, you need to find some pressure, and you need to find it as soon as possible. I'm not saying sacks, just pressure, which is to me more important anyway. But pressure, that's what you need. So that is the number one thing you need to get for this team. So we're going into track success. You need pressure, and we need Justin Herbert to actually learn how to take checkdowns. Now, again, you're gonna have Austin Eckler back, and you say you like the tight end they drafted. So there you are. Because I think every time I watched him play, all I saw, which is why New England beat the holy Christ out of him when they played last year and put up 45, besides special team stuff, is because he doesn't take the easy stuff. I've really never seen him do that. He always looked for the home run. That's how like Aaron Rodgers used to be back in the day. That's how he was. Just always look for the deep throw. Always look for the home run hitter and never try to take the easy stuff and develop it. If he develops that, he's a top 5 quarterback quick. Like, it's that simple because he already got the deep stuff down. I've rarely ever seen a quarterback throw deep balls that are so catchable like his are. It's a work of art. It's like Rodgers in his prime. Throw it and it'll go 65 yards in a missile and it'll hit right receiver's hand. Like Justin Herbert does that, but it's everything else I'm worried about. If he can do the easier stuff, like he did the hard part good, but not the easy stuff. He does the easy stuff with the hard part. This dude is wow. And from Josh Allen shows you can develop the easy stuff because Josh Allen was getting that way. He went from he couldn't throw to he gets the easy stuff, and then he developed the deep ball when he got Stephon Diggs, and now he gets top 5 quarterback. So he's on that type of thing. He started now. Justin Herbert starts with deep stuff, the hard part. Now can he get the easy stuff down? If that happens, they winning mad games. It's that simple. I'm guessing their offense is gonna be at least good enough to carry everything. I'm gonna give them an 11-6 seeding. Because if you look at the schedule, the only real contenders they play is Baltimore, Cleveland, and Kansas City. Twice. So that's 4 games. Every other team they play is not really a contender. There's some good teams there. Like
New England.
Yeah, like New England's good teams there. But like the football team, that's a good team. That's not a contender. So you know what I'm saying? So they have good teams they play, but
football team.
Yeah. But those are only since those are the only really hard teams you have to play, and you almost beat one of them last year in Chiefs. It's possible. So why can't they win 11? Most people have them as like their playoff darling. So
yeah, they usually like the Chargers though.
Yeah, if only they can stay healthy, you know.
If only. The Las Vegas Raiders.
This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing.
It's the Raiders. They finished 8-8 last season. Very underwhelming because the Raiders were actually in playoff contention before they did John Gruden things and completely wet the bed.
According to real stats and like real research, he's like the worst December coach ever. He literally he hasn't even won 40% of his December games in his career. Judging back to the first Raiders stint, the Tampa Bay stint, and this Raiders stint, 38%. You can't be serious.
$100 million coach, man. Come on. The Davis know what they're doing.
Oh my God.
They said,
this dude is stupider than his father, bro.
He said, come on. Listen. He said, we got rid of him. We let him go the first time. We're not going to let it go again. He got 10 at Super Bowl. This is what we need. This win, baby.
He got
This
10
win.
at Super Bowl because he went with one of the best defenses ever, and all he had to do was make the offense go up a notch. That's
just
it.
Win. Listen, like, Think about that old Tim Tebow song with Skip Bayless. All he does is win, but they don't.
No, they don't. They suck.
They're garbage.
Their offense was 10th because every year they went up on offense. I don't know how that's happening now, but every time. 7th in passing and 14th in rushing. Their defense, of course, was disgusting at 30th, at 26th in passing and 24th in rushing. Their offseason is a D-.
Yeah.
Let's go with this sad offseason, shall we?
let's go with the. I'm gonna go with the offseason losses first.
Yeah.
Remember or not? They lost Nelson Aguilar, Tyrell Williams, Jason Witten, he retired.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah, Trent Brown, Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, Arden Key, Tack McKinley, Maurice Hurts, Vic Beasley, Eric Harris, LaMarcus Joyner, and Jeff Heath. But they did get some type of additions. They signed Kenyon Drake, John Brown. Oh, John Brown is no longer on the team anymore either.
But they did sign him though.
Yeah, they signed him. He's not there anymore. Willie Snead, Nick Martin, Yannick Ngakoue, Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, Darren Lee, Casey Hayward, Rasul Douglas, and Carl Joseph. Good job, Truck.
Yeah, they signed him back.
Yes, signed him back. The draft. They drafted Alex Leatherwood, the offensive tackle from Alabama, Trayvon Moehrig, the safety from TCU, Malcolm Coons, the defensive end from Buffalo, Devon Diablo, the
Diablo.
Yeah,
sorry, Spanish speakers.
The linebackers from Virginia, Tyree Giuseppe, the safety, from Missouri. He's trash anyway, so who gives a damn? Nate Hobbs, the cornerback from Illinois.
Was that called for?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know about that. And Jimmy Morrissey.
I hope they heard that.
And Jimmy Morrissey, the center from Pittsburgh. There are a few picks that I like very much. The Alex Leatherwood, obviously, they obviously it was a need they had to because the offensive line is terrible. I like the Trayvon Moehrig pick from TCU. I think it's a solid safety.
Oh, the best safety on the board.
Yes.
Yep.
And I like Jimmy Morris, and I like Jimmy Morrissey, the center from Pittsburgh. I thought that was a good pick. Everything else sucked. Everything else was denied.
So either they had a few A picks and F picks, so they never had it in between.
No, definitely not. Especially Tyree Giuseppe from Missouri. I don't know. I'm saying his name wrong, but it doesn't matter.
Is Gillespie?
Yeah, Gillespie.
He went to a music school, dude. Dizzy Gillespie. He's one of the best trumpet players of all time. He can't. Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, that's another story, but I hope you heard what I said the first time.
I hope that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of laughing internally right now. So.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do because I don't even want to talk about this roster. This roster is a dumpster fire. This is what we're going to do because this dude, John Gruden and Mike Mayock, what in God's name are they doing to this freaking franchise? This franchise was already garbage before you got there. Now you're trying to make it worse? What's going on?
They are just taking good old Mark Davis's money. Money Mark. They took his money, which I don't blame it. If you gave me $100 million to completely do nothing, I would take it too. You'd be an idiot to take it. And this, and Mike Mayock. I want to ask you a question because there were reports that this happened. And I believe this is true because it wouldn't be the Raiders if this didn't happen. You traded Khalil Mack to the Bears.
Oh.
And then there's reports that you try to get him back. He said, "No, give me this thing. Can you have him back, please?" Bears like, no.
Click.
I'm being nice with them saying no. He's just cutting up the phone like, you joking? Ryan Pace is really trying to GM for his job.
Mind you, he's an idiot, by the way.
And he's an idiot. So he's an idiot. So you really think that he's gonna be out idiot by you? There's only one idiot in this league, and goddamn, it's gonna be you. Goddamn, it's gonna be you.
Oh my gosh, this Raiders, dude, this organization, man,
it's a joke.
It's an absolute joke.
Dumpster fire. Like,
are they only relevant because of the 70s and 80s?
Yes. And their fan base is rabid.
Why?
The fact they have one of the most loyal and rabid fan bases in the league.
I argue they have the most loyal.
Yes.
I just want to know why.
Why? As a Raider fan, why?
Because these last 30 years, you had one Super Bowl appearance. One. But other than that, what the hell have you guys done? You guys drafted Jamarcus Russell. Like, that's the type of issue you're doing. Why are y'all wasting Derek Carr's career? What did he do to y'all? Why didn't y'all trade him already? Just do it.
I'm convinced John Gruden does not mess with David Carr and Derek Carr. He's like, no, you're going to stay here. If we're going to be trash, you're going to be trash too, bucko.
Mind you, you can get a haul for him.
You could. Someone will give you a haul for him.
Heck yeah. When Washington tries to get him, imagine Washington. They get him at quarterback. There's an issue for the NFC. Like what?
But you know
what I'm saying? Like what? The Saints try to get him. Like hello, they could use him.
I just find it hilarious that you found a way to out idiot Ryan Pace. I just found a way to out idiot him.
Shoot, Minnesota try to get him. Minnesota. Imagine, dude, with freaking Cook and the receiver.
Even the Jets would love to have him.
There's a lot of teams. I'm just trying to say, a lot of teams would
trade a lot. Right?
Maybe freaking coach should have got him. He stayed healthy outside the one time he broke his leg. Yeah. Why aren't you trading him, wasting him, man? It's kind of pissing me. I'm a fan of Derek Carr. I like Derek Carr a lot. It's really good. I don't know what this franchise is trying to do. It's similar with Jacksonville. What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
Listen, you gave. I'm sorry, Raiders fans, and also from Mark Davis. You are paying someone 10 years, $100 million to try to turn a horrible franchise around, but yet he's this will be his 4th year in his deal. And you still have yet to find an identity for this team. You don't know your running team. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what you want to do. So it's okay, at what point are you going to find your philosophy for this team? At what point are you going to, have people buy in? Because honestly speaking, from the outside looking in, it's it just seems that you're just winging it every single game.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
And when are you going to find someone to coach defense? Because, my God, your defense has been garbage every year, too.
And another thing, too. Mayock may be the general manager, but John Gruden has the final say.
Yeah, he does.
Again, the structure is terrible. So basically, John Gruden is the general manager, and this Mike Mayock is just...
Yeah, he's the dictator of the team.
Yes, and
everybody just did to sit there and collect paychecks.
And Mike Mayock is just the stooge that's gonna stand there and okay, no problem. Yes, man. I'm sorry, but yes, men don't do well in business.
Anything
in business and in sport. It doesn't work. And you can see that. And Mike Mayock as a businessman, he said, no, I'm gonna trade Khalil Mack and see what we can get for him. Okay, no problem, make it happen. We're gonna trade for Antonio Brown. He would never play a down for us ever. We're gonna do that. What can I get a problem? Oh, you want to trade Amari Cooper for a haul, which that actually kind of worked for them. That's probably the only thing that actually worked for them.
Did it?
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
Did it? Because I'm about to destroy that right now. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
So it's chapter success. I'm gonna name some players. Henry Ruggs.
Yes.
Brian Edwards. Mm-hmm. Colton Miller. Mm-hmm. Alex Leatherwood, which is drafted. Cleveland Farrell. Damon Arnett. Trayvon Mullen. Those are all draft picks for the last few drafts. Who's good?
Henry Ruggs had the position be decent.
Mm-hmm. Colton Miller had an okay season last year. Right? But then that's it. Everybody else, the corners are garbage, both of them. Henry Ruggs is, from what I'm seeing, is a one-trick pony. I didn't even know Brian Edwards existed.
Yeah, I don't know where that guy is either.
And Alex Leatherwood, they just drafted, so we don't know yet.
Yeah, we're about to see him. He's still, the jury's still out.
So, in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is that their drafts has been basically garbage since this dude took over at GM. So the best pick that I can tell you that I can think of top of my head is Hunter Renfro. He's really good because they're slot receivers. Really good. But that's it. That I can think of. I might be wrong. There might be one or two. But that's 3 players out of how many picks?
That's true.
That's why I asked when you said the Amari Cooper thing. Did it work? Did it? And from what I'm seeing, no. That's your track for success. Some of them have to pan out at some point. Otherwise, you're going to continue to be the disgusting Raiders that I've known my entire lifetime.
You only made, in my watching football, I'm watching football all the time. You made the playoffs only twice. In my entire lifetime. In my entire life of watching football. The Super Bowl and then 2016. And It's the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the Raiders.
So your draft has been disgusting, and then the team that we represent, we've been through it, but at least we know that we have the best coach ever, so we'll be all right.
Yeah.
So like you, on the other hand, can't afford to have these draft picks bust as much as they are right now. So they have to pan out.
But they don't.
And if they don't, you're going to continue to be dumpster fire forever.
Eventually, Mark Davis will figure out, say, yeah, this is not going to work. Fire him. He'll be like an ESPN. But who knows? Who knows? This is bad.
So their ceiling to me is 6 wins. I don't see him winning any more than that. This roster is absolutely dreadful. And I feel really bad for Derek Carr.
They should trade him away.
Again, it's funny how you see how divisions play basically the same teams out of 1 or 2.
Yes.
But you get different perspectives once you see every schedule. So for the Raiders case, unfortunately for them, they are playing 10 teams that have the potential to be a top 10 defense. NFC West, AFC East. They playing some pretty ridiculous mother trucking teams, man.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, who's they? Like they were second or third in the division. They're second, right?
Yes.
So
basically, they're just gonna sit there and die because this is gonna be a real road kill.
I'm gonna be looking unpressed. I'm gonna pull up the schedule right now, and we ain't gonna talk about this. So you know that I'm not crazy. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna tell you right now.
Gonna win 9 games. What are you talking about, bud? Like, that's ridiculous.
No. They look at the potential. I'm talking about who they have to play, dude. Like, this is not a joke. They got Baltimore. That first game. That's I don't pretend to be a top. Why is my light on? That's a top 10 defense.
Destruction.
See, my phone apparently is a surprise too because I don't know why the flashlight went on all of a sudden like that. But yeah, they got Baltimore. They got Pittsburgh the next week. That's already a top 10 defense argument right there. Miami, that's a potential top 10 defense right there. Chicago, they're always top 10 to 12 every year. Denver, and their own division twice, has a potential to be top 10 defense. The Giants might be a top 10 defense, very possible. Washington football team is a top 5 defense right there. Indianapolis, a top 10 defense right there. Do you get my drift?
It's drift.
Did you get my drift? And I lied, it was AFC North, not East, my bad. Do you catch my drift? And mind you, they can't stop anybody. So if your offense is having trouble, get ready to get blown out a lot.
But hey,
dysfunction.
But you know what it is? At least they have some Gruden grinders on here.
Oh, damn. We gave them a worse treatment than we did the Texans, didn't we?
We did.
Oh, well. Kansas City.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what they get. Stop crying about freaking Tuck Rule right now.
They went 14.
Anyway.
Oh my god! I'm a low blow. Oh my god! I thought I was a jerk, but damn. 2020. They would finish 14-2. They lost the Super Bowl to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55. Actually, they didn't get beat. They got their asses kicked. They got curb stomped.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, they got hunted. It was pretty bad.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, yes. I enjoyed it because
the media was... I've never seen such... how can I say this cleanly? Butt kissing.
Mm-hmm. To say the least, yeah.
Yeah, as I've seen in that Super Bowl week heading into the game. My gosh. So, yeah.
The veteran additions included...
Oh, wait. There were 6 on offense, first in passing because they have Mahomes. And 16 for rushing, surprisingly enough. 11th on defense, I don't know how. 14th in passing, 21st in rushing. I will say this because I'm going to add the DVOAs in this guide before I put it out for the public. They were like 23rd in defensive DVOA. So these stats don't tell you the whole story. They were not good on defense. Don't get it twisted. Continue.
The veteran additions included Jerick McKinnon, Mike Burton, Blake Bell, Orlando Brown, Joe Tunney, Kyle Long, Austin Blight, Jaron Reed, Mike Hughes, and Will Parks.
And I believe they signed this dude out of retirement. One of the Long brothers.
Yeah, Kyle Long.
There you go.
Yeah, Kyle Long, yeah. Offensive losses included Le'Veon Bell, Damian Williams, Anthony Sherman.
Le'Veon Bell, that's a loss. No, it's not.
Well, I'm talking about they lost. They
didn't lose the team.
Nothing. Yeah, he was terrible. Yeah.
He played.
Anthony Sherman, Sammy Watkins.
Anthony Sherman's crazy. I don't know if that's what hurt Kansas City fans' hearts. He's one of those guys.
Eric Fisher, I've been there forever.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Mitchell Schwartz, Austin Ryder, Daniel Kilgore, Alex Okafor, Tano, Casper. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
I'm not say them either.
Mike Pennell, Damian Wilson, and Brashad Breeland.
Remember that name?
Yeah, pretty losses. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The
draft. They drafted Nick Bolton, 58 overall, from the linebacker from Missouri. Creed Humphrey, the center from Oklahoma. Josh Kando, the defensive end from Florida State. Noah Gray, the tight end from Duke. Cornell Powell, the wide receiver from Clemson. And Trey Smith, the offensive tackle from Tennessee. I gave this draft an A. Especially because, obviously, they needed help defensively with the linebackers, but they needed bad. But I really, also the Josh Kando, defensive end from Florida State, they actually added a lot of defensive help, which they needed badly. And I really, really enjoyed the Trey Smith pick. They needed help up front as well because the offensive line for one part has been dreadful.
So, this is the most hyped team in NFL history.
Yes.
The media does not know when to shut the hell up.
No, they don't.
Yeah. But this is what we're here. We're going to give you actual perspective.
Correct.
Ready? So, they got offensive linemen, right? Have you guys noticed they got almost all guards and no tackles? The only one they got was Orlando Brown. That's one guy. They're getting people back who opted out, injured, whatever. Sure. But I don't think the guys they're getting back were as good as players like Mitchell Schwartz. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I could be bugging. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm just saying. So notice that they got mostly guards, not full tackles. So just keep that in mind when the season goes on. I didn't write that in the guide, by the way. I didn't want to put that type of stuff in there. But I'm just saying, that's there. Who the hell the receiver that's not Tyreek Hill? Nico Harmon, that's a joke. The Robinson dude, I forgot his first name, and it is not even important because he sucks. Number 11, garbage. Who was playing wide receiver? Oh. He drafted a kid, apparently. Okay.
Yeah. And they have Travis Kelce. You know, Travis Kelce. They listen. I'm being a complete asshole. I'm sorry. I'm being sarcastic. The point is, you're right.
So they only have 2 pass catchers, and that's it. That's what I'm hearing. So, I mean,
which honestly speaking, if you think about it, it's not sustainable at all whatsoever. Like, people still hype them up, saying, "Oh, they're a good team and all," but a lot of flaws. This is a very flawed team.
This roster is not good.
It's a very flawed team. It's probably one of the worst rosters they had in a long time.
People are trying to say it's the best roster they had.
I
died laughing.
It's not.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And you've seen that in the Super Bowl. They literally exposed them and took advantage of it. Which, hey, Andy Reid, you gotta do something about it. Do something about it. Clean it up. That's it.
That's just on offense.
That's on offense, and they're not talking about the defensive issues I had there. With defense was terrible.
Yeah.
Again, another thing too. People talk about. Let's be honest. If the Browns' defense wasn't so terrible, you probably would have lost that game to Cleveland in the divisional round. There's a good chance I would have lost to Cleveland, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, because Chad Henne just dot. But honestly speaking, if
they were hurt last year.
They were hurt.
The Cleveland secondary.
If things went their way, they would have beaten y'all. They would have beaten the Chiefs. I'm sorry. And then it would have been Cleveland and Buffalo in the conference in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking. Like, listen, this is what I'm trying to say, right? Sorry, my phone. This is what I'm trying to say, because now on defense, right? You got your front seven, who is just like Chris Jones, and that's it. Because Frank Clark has been beyond underwhelming since you traded for him. And is he going like to jail or suspended or something? He did something stupid.
Oh yeah. He I think it was domestic violence,
something like that. Like he may not even be playing for you for a little while. So then you lost that, and he's not even good anyway. Who else you have in the front seven, the front line? No one. Nobody. Your linebackers have been problems for the last few years, so that's why people easily run on your asses. So all right, cool. So then now on the secondary, all right, you got Tyrann Mathieu. Cool, that's nice. Eventually he's gonna wind up going down. like slowing down because he's actually kind of old. You got is Juan Thornhill still in the team?
Who?
I heard he sucked, Juan Thornhill, but he might still be in the team, but he hasn't been playing well apparently. You got L'Jarius Sneed, who was good for half the season because he only played for like half the season. He was good. All right, is he gonna be able to step up as your number one corner because you lost Bashar Breeland, who was actually playing pretty well for you? Who else is your cornerback?
Nah, I'm not sure. That's really honest.
I'm saying, so I don't know where this love fest for one player is mind boggling to me.
But it's always been that way. Honestly.
You're right because Peyton Manning had it, Aaron Rodgers had it, now Mahomes has it. You're right. That's true. You're right.
But it's still. But then the problem again. This is why you guys should really
listen to your independent guys, not ESPN and all them places. Because they're gonna steer you wrong.
That too. It also have a mind for yourself, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Don't just believe everything you hear. I mean, once you listen to us, of course. But at the same time, if you feel that, all right, maybe I'm not really agreeing with them, then you'll have your own mind about it. A lot of people just say, "Oh, the media said they're good, so we're gonna ride them." And then when they lose, people shock, and that's why we get happy saying, "No, hype teams. We don't like hype teams. Sorry, we don't like hype teams." Now, granted, people talk about, "Oh, your Patriots were hyped too." No, we won. I'm sorry, we were successful. That's how I checked. So I don't care. But that's nothing to do with that. But yeah,
we were so good. We were never hyped. They're like, they just look at me and all right, 12 win. That's what you should do.
It's a flawed. It's a flawed roster, and people talk about, "Oh, you stupid Homer idiot." Nick Wright, stupid punk ass. Talking about they're gonna go 17 and I'm like 17 where? I'm sorry, but no, I'm sorry. It's ridiculous.
He said what? Are you what? He actually said that dumb.
He did.
Why am I surprised? Who are we talking about here?
It's Nick Wright.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so surprised with that. No, now I'm gonna do something a little bit more unprofessional on my phone to look at the Chiefs schedule. So we can go and find out, are they actually going to go 17-0? Even though I have the record pretty damn high. But still, so the first game they play is Cleveland. Lucky for you, you playing Cleveland. The first game is which they have to put everything together. So it's probably going to be a win. Baltimore, those are your sons. So you're going to beat the hell out of them. And they're injured to hell anyway. The Chargers are not something to sleep at. You do play Buffalo week 5. And you do play Washington. You're probably going to laugh. Washington. They have the defense to stop you. Mm-hmm. So this is not be an easy game. And you're going to Washington, which might mean one of your players might get injured. So because their field is absolutely it's like the river Styx in that field. Somebody always gets hurt. It's ridiculous. Let me see. Now Tennessee beat the hell out of Green Bay. Green Bay's not easy to play against. Denver's not easy to play against your own division. You play against Pittsburgh, who has the defense to stop you. Those are not easy games. And you lost to the Raiders and they suck anyway, and you lost to them last year. So where is this undefeated thing coming from? People almost said a bad word. Yeah. So let's chill out. All right.
Tracks for success.
Just do what you always do when you get to the playoffs with the first, second seed.
I mean, yeah.
That's funny though. As much issues we're talking about them, they're still a fantastic team. You still have a top 3, like a big 3. You won't go basketball term.
As long as Patrick Mahomes is your quarterback.
Yeah, well, Hill and Kelsey. That's
guaranteed.
12 wins.
13 wins.
Yeah,
guaranteed. A first round bye, division title. That's guaranteed. Playoffs will be what matters the most. But
playoffs and depth. Because you don't have that, believe it or not. So one of those guys goes down, there is an issue at hand.
Yeah.
So that's what y'all need to know. But as you stay healthy, you're winning 13 plus games easily. Yeah, my ceiling is 15-2. Like, that's the highest they're gonna go. They're not gonna beat every team. They're going to lose a game or two, but they're basically gonna do what they did last year. They went 15-1 last year, or 14-2.
They were
14-2 because they let a game go. Yeah. So, as much issues we're talking about, y'all, at the end of the day, you're still the Chiefs and you're still going to win that game. That's what's going to happen. Yes. As simple as that. But you are heavily flawed, and don't be too disappointed if things don't go your way comes the postseason. And that's what I'm telling you.
To be honest, there's a team in Western New York who wants y'all badly.
Oh, yeah, they want their revenge. Yes.
Yeah, they want y'all badly. So
watch out for that. I think it was week 5.
Yeah, week 5.
Watch that week 5 game against Buffalo.
Yeah, because y'all been owning them for a while now. But they
kind of spanked them twice last year. Now that I think about it,
they did. They want y'all bad, so be prepared. Baltimore,
they're your son.
Whatever. I'm saying, but postseason time comes. Depending on how everything goes. You're if you want to go another Super Bowl run, it's not gonna be easy this year.
It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna have to go through that Buffalo team we talked about, right? You're gonna have to go through some teams that you have trouble with in the last 3 years. I don't know, y'all ready to sleep on Indianapolis, but if I'm not mistaken, the last time I played them, didn't they hold you to 19 or less points and injure your quarterback?
Yeah, they did.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they know how to defend you. If I'm not mistaken, the last 2 or 3 times you played New England Patriots, didn't you get locked up for the most part too? But still wound up winning. But
only because Brian Hoyer was a bomb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It so pissed me off. Oh my goodness.
And 2019 when we got robbed of 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so it's like so what I'm not trying to say you're gonna lose to them. I'm not trying to say they're gonna
But there's a blueprint out for it for how to beat you. And people are starting to figure it out now. So it's
not gonna be easy.
It's not gonna be easy.
So stop acting like you're gonna cruise through the season, cruise through the play. No, sir. Stop it right now. It's gonna be tough. This might be your hardest test on the playoffs. Yeah, this would be the hardest one because to keep it real, they kind of breezed through the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years.
Yeah, except for the year when they
lost to the Patriots. Yeah,
New England.
And you barely beat Indy, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, that playoff game against Indy, I barely beat them. Mind you, it was at your house in the snow, and Andrew Luck couldn't throw past 5 yards because it was snowing and his neck messed up. And I still barely beat them.
Almost lost them.
Yeah, they got shut out that whole second half and barely won that game.
But yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be probably closer to that. Like, stop. Like, you guys are not guaranteed a Super Bowl berth. I think they're guaranteed probably AFC Championship berth. Probably, yeah, most likely. But you're not guaranteed nothing. I think this year is like, this might be the year of parity.
Yeah.
For the NFL. Like, we might have new Super Bowl, like, appearances this year. Maybe.
Except for that
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we have to do stuff to see, though. But I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, man. We got a whole division in NFC that can make a Super Bowl by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 6 teams in the AFC that can make the Super Bowl, including your Chiefs. Like, you know what I'm saying? This might be the year of parity. This year's going to be very interesting. And I love how it's like that with an offseason.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Versus last year was almost obvious who was going to do what. You know what I mean? Like, we all had Tampa and Kansas City going pretty far in the playoff. I know. If I'm not mistaken, my preview last year, I think it had Tampa losing the NFC Championship game.
You did. It's Green Bay.
And they wound up winning anyway.
No, I had the Seattle.
Yeah, it was Seattle. Yeah. Seattle. I had Kansas City, I think losing the AFC Championship game to Pittsburgh. Yeah. So I was close. Like, it wasn't hard. Like, I had them the round before. Like, it wasn't hard to predict. This year, it's tough. I did my AFC side already. Dude, it took me like 2 hours to do it. Yeah. It's hard. This year is hard, dude. So much turnover.
The prediction show is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That being said, we're done here.
Yeah, we are.
The guide for 2021 is officially finished.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed doing it. And we want to thank all of the people who participated in it, all the fans of these teams. You guys are greatly appreciated. We love you guys very much. And we should do this more often. You know, again, be a part of the conversation. But in order to do that, make sure you like, share, subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Play Radio, at Podcast Dynasty on Twitter. Join the Facebook group. It's popping. It's interactive. People post every single day. Conversations start. You know what I'm saying? If you like sports memes, we got that too. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Michael Crabtree because he's hilarious. Mm-hmm. Hilarious. That being said, it's only getting better from here. The football is finally here. We're less than a week away from football season. The longest football season of all time. But that being said, That being said, we will see you very soon. Peace, love, and